Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Lachette, Scarlet Moon Creations, and today we're doing the December plan with me. Usually I like to include a November, the previous month's flip through, so in this case the November flip through, but I decided I'll wait a little longer because I want to try something. Anyway, I want to add to this particular video a little extra and try something regarding flip throughs. So let's move on. I actually started setting up my month earlier. I remember the point kind of one of the inserts here was so that I can plan as far in ahead as I cannot speak today, excuse me. One of my inserts is sort of my content and editorial calendars and my marketing calendar, and it's just so I put all of that in one insert so I can plan as far ahead in advance as possible, but I forgot that and wasn't doing that, and that was stupid. So one of my goals this month and forward is to plan ahead more. But let's start from the beginning. My first insert, which I have, tucked here in the beginning, is my collections. Not much has changed here. Maybe some bills paid and some... no, not much has changed. Some TV show episodes have been watched. That's all. Oh, one thing that's new are these little cute, I think they're cute anyway, tabs. I made them with paper clips and washi tape. Let's see. And you'll see a couple more as I go through the other inserts. Say this one and this one here. Sorry, I don't have a lot of table space, so that's why the awkward angle. But moving on, if I can get this thing. Okay, so here's my trackers insert, and my monthly log begins here. I went for a snowflake theme, actually. Before that, I have my December cover page, which I actually drew typography style with a pencil. You'll see in a second, I'll point out my colors. But I wanted like a gray silver, and I don't have silver except for like the Sharpie paint pen, which is way too thick, so I just use this pencil. So that's my December cover page for now. There we go. Now we're centered. My monthly log, I have a snowflake theme going. It started actually with my December editorial calendar and expanded from there. But yeah, so like winter cool colors are my color scheme, and I did my titles, my page titles with watercolor and a water brush. I'm getting really good at hand lettering with a water brush. Here's the events I have coming up, personal things, holidays, that kind of thing. My project list for December, I've got, so yeah, I'm using a gray what is this, the Bilo pen, and so it's really light. You can't really see what's listed, but yeah, I still have my 4 categories: my Scarlet Moon Creations business, personal, Excelsior events business, and spiritual. And then my hand drawn snowflakes with a kind of snowy background that looks weird here. Here's my habit tracker. And if any of you had decided to follow me on Instagram, you would know my Instagram kind of paper journaling account, planner account is the Messy Bujo. And the Bujo stands for bullet journal, obviously, but the messy part stands for like all the mistakes I make. And without fail, one always occurs. So you can't really read up here because I had to white it out. I put the dates in wrong. I had to white out the entire section and then do it all over again. Yeah, I messed up with a word here as well. One thing I took from last month is the Miracle Morning Lifesavers. Kept those in there. I took out a couple of repeats. Like I had exercise here twice, journal here twice. I took those out because what I'm going to do is kind of use half of a box when I do it once and then the full box when I do it twice. The reason I had exercise twice is for my Miracle Morning, at minimum, I will do some yoga. And that is fine. That's good. But I need to do more exercise than that on a more regular basis. So that's an additional batch of exercises. And I don't have time for that every single morning. So I had it there twice. And there's some similar things. The affirmations, I want to do affirmations just before I go to bed, but it's a pain, to have it twice. I need the space for other things, so I took it out. And then the mood tracker, I've already filled out for today because I'm filming this on December 1st for reasons, and so yeah, it's good. I like it. I want to keep it going. And this spread is really where you can see the color scheme, I guess. I'm basically using these 3 colors from the Stabilos. Like I said, it's a wintry theme. So this is the, if you would focus, that would be awesome. Number 13. It's like a minty blue. Number 59, it's a pastel lavender type purple. And number 94, which is a really, really, really light gray. You can't even read that December tracker in the corner there, or barely. And that's also why you could barely read my goals list, my project list, I mean. So those are the colors I'm using this month. Fitness tracker. See, these are the other exercises I want to do on a semi-regular basis. They don't all have to be every single day, but the sun salutation, New York Ballet warm-up, stretches. Why did I skip that space? I don't know. That will happen every morning as part of my Miracle Morning, no matter what. And if I have the time, I'll do the extra exercises right away as part of my Miracle Morning. If not, there's the afternoon, there's the evening, whenever I have the chance. But I'm finding that definitely doing exercises first thing is best for me. My timetable is all set and ready to go. And that's it. What might go here is daily affirmations again, but also something I forgot in October is review. I need to leave space for review pages. I did do that for November, which I'll show you when I do my November flip through, but I had forgotten to do it for October and was like running around with like a chicken with my head cut off in early November, wondering like what happened, what did I forget, how did this, whatever. So remember my November content calendar? Here's December. So yes, snowflakes. I did those first with watercolors. Actually, no, not watercolor. I think I forget what color it is, but it's a Noodler's ink, and I had a little bit of extra left in my fountain pen, and I was flushing the pen in water, and it came out to this like really nice pale wintry bluish purple. So I was like, I'm using that. I'm gonna make snowflakes, and the silver paint marker from Sharpie is what I use to make the boxes. The boxes are a little bit smaller, so there's like spaces in between them. I'm not really happy with the size. I like the way this looks, but I'm not happy with the size. So next month, I'm going back to full boxes touching. But I like the way everything turned out. Again, I did the title in pencil. And yeah, that's that. And I started my weeklies. I set up all 4 weeks of the month already in the weekly spreads. I wanted to have more color in my pages. So I did some watercoloring on the pages first and then drew the spreads out. So I like this one. It looks like I have specialty papers that are handmade with plants, leaves, flowers in them, and this kind of looks like one of them, and I really like the effect. Also, I've been working on different types of hand lettering styles, so you'll see those. Here's the 3rd week of December with some decor on the corners, and the 4th week of December. And that's my weeklies. And I'll just show you this one daily. Again, more decor, painting a little bit of something on the edges of the page makes it interesting. And it gets my art out. So more hand lettering types here, and my daily page for the day. I kind of just smeared some ink, which looks really weird on camera for some reason here. On this page, I'll go ahead and decorate, prep my pages for the future. Lastly, my readings journal. For November, instead of going ahead and starting a new challenge, I went back and completed 2 old challenges that happened to fit into the days of November. Anyway, but one other thing is I came across this challenge that actually happened in February of this year, exploring chakras with tarot, and I decided I'm going to do that this month. So this is the page I set up for this month's tarot challenge, and I am going to be using the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I think this is the first Rider-Waite Tarot deck I have used all year. I'm not a fan. I'll be really real. This is the only one I own, so I don't like the way it looks, so I don't use it. I mean, in general, Rider-Waite, not this particular deck. This one is a little bit better because the colors pop thanks to it being radiant. But if you follow me at the Messy Bujo, you will see more of that. And that is it. That's my December plan with me. I know it was more decor than planning, like functional planning. November and December are really intense for me with regards to planning, because I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with my life for the next year, the next couple of months, and that's fitting it in with all the holidays and birthdays and anniversaries that occur around this time of year with my family. Honestly, from October to January, it's just, if it's not a holiday, it's a birthday or anniversary. But yeah, it's difficult to film the functional part of my planning. if I get a better situation for uploading, I can film more videos. Honestly, the issue is I don't have great internet, just to be completely honest. But I do want to say one of my plans for next year is to come out with some planners. I do want to have videos to show how I plan and why I plan the way I plan. Though I think for the most part, I don't have tons of videos up, but you can go back and look at my One Book July series, particularly the first video, to see my planning, what I'm planning, what I'm actually doing, and how I'm accomplishing these things. This year I've started with a lifestyle coach / business coach to help me into the next year. And right now I have to set up my marketing calendar and update my business plans. So it's a lot. If I can figure out how to film that, I will film my planning process for those things, which take a hell of a lot longer. But I'm interested in doing it not just, to show other people, but it's an extra level of accountability for me. So yeah, that's it for now. There will be a November flip through in the next couple of days, I promise. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye. So, on that note, what I wanted to add to this video and why the November plan with me is not going to be here, November flip through, excuse me, it's not going to be here, is because I want to show an additional part of how I plan. This year has been a year of mindfulness. That's literally was my word of the year, mindfulness, or mindful, I should say. And I made a point to be present in as many moments as possible, be aware and conscious of what I was doing, and take note of why I was doing it and what was it making me feel, how I felt about it. And I was doing this because planning is all well and good, but in recent years I've kind of gone down in productivity and acting on the plans that I make. So for myself, so this year was all about observing and analyzing, scientifically almost. And the year's almost over, but I've made some adjustments here and there, and not one of them. I've been kind of doing this all along with my planning, but I've added pieces to it. But anyway, I'm talking about digital planning. In addition to paper planning, analog, I plan digitally, and what I've added to the digital planning is some productivity apps, I guess we can say. So I want to show you what I use in addition to this bullet journal to help me stay on track as best I can. And to do that, I'm going to do a screencast. And so just sit right there and I'll show you what I use in addendum to this, my bullet journal. Here we go. Okay, I don't know if this is recording sound. If not, that's weird. Let me just record. Record myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume this is recording my sound. What we're gonna do just pull this out here, is go home. And what I have, this is my home screen. If you're a K-pop fan, you know exactly what this background is. And the first app I want to show you guys is simply my Google Calendar. And if you had paused there for a second, you would know I had two calendars. Don't ask me why. At one point I had three. It was ridiculous. I don't know. The phone just did that, so bear with me. So here's my Google Calendar. You see all the colors. You see some of my social media scheduling I have going on here. I have that. I'm in weekly view. I recently this year I came across goals. So I set the goals and then it keeps track of how many I did. Yeah, see, I haven't been working out. But I set the goal 4 sessions a week, 1 hour in the mornings. And I just either say later or I did it and then close it and we're good to go. I love that. I love it so much. I did it for planned my day. I'm supposed to plan my day at 9 p.m. I hardly ever plan it at 9 p.m. just to be perfectly, really honest here. I usually do it later, so I try to be somewhat honest with myself. With relation to my habit tracker. So, and then there's just general appointments, when stuff is due, blah, blah, blah. Let me see. These are all the calendars I have. So many. Isn't that crazy? It's not. And there's a couple missing from here because this calendar does not like to play friends. Okay. Next thing. I have OneNote. OneNote, I used to, up until a couple of months ago, use Evernote, and a year or two before that, I used like this random notepad that came with my old phone. So yeah, I've changed when I changed phones, and I finally have OneNote on my computer, so I can sync it. And let's see. Like, I keep lots of notes, things I want to put, like Instagram captions. Keep those in here. My daily logs. So I can check those off. I have business plan stuff. Here we go. My template library. My weekly log template. And yearly log, the future log template. So I can just copy and paste whenever that new time comes up. A habit tracker template. Which I need to my monthly log. Is there? Guess not. There we go. So yeah, it's like a bullet journal within my thing here. Projects, weekly on pages. What other pages I have? Yeah, it's random note pages as well. So that's that. Okay, so then I have Focus Me. Focus Me is an app that is supposed to block other apps and websites that I don't want to be using at certain times of the day. Oh. Right, so It's an app I use to focus me. Basically, you set up different categories, and it will block whatever websites or apps that you want it to at whatever days and times. So, like, I have this social media one. Obviously, I run an online business as well as another business that's not as much online work. But Scarlet Moon Creations is literally online. So, there's a lot of social media involved. And while I try not to use social media too much on my phone, I do definitely have to use Instagram on my phone, which is something I do daily. So I sat here, I blocked all the other stuff that I consider social media. These are the applications. No websites for now. And I blocked them every day of the week from 5:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it says I'm allowed 20 minutes per day and it's activated. I can pause it if necessary. That's not necessarily a good thing because I know I can pause it. But sometimes, legitimate things come up and I need a little bit more time. Cancel websites. I have it separate. The internet, Chrome, and these are the websites I have blocked on Chrome. And again, every day of the week, from 5:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. I'm allowed 10 minutes a day. So yeah. That's that. My activity, the activity section shows how long I've used, how many times I've used it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's that app. And I can add more plans. Okay, and then a time logger. Now this one helps me keep track of my daily activities. And it's helpful because I'm not always so good at filling in my habit tracker, so I can go back and check what I did on what day, thankfully. But so yeah, I created all these categories, and what they mean. Travel is actually when I'm in transit, traveling from one place to the other. So yeah, all I have to do is press it, and it starts looking at the time. I can pause it, or I can stop it altogether. There we go. And then here, oh Jesus. Okay, this is for the week of November 13th. And it starts with the latest date to the oldest. So this is the summary of everything I've done on November 13th, for example, or everything I kept that day, which was actually a good day of keeping track. Not only does this help with my habit tracker, but my timetable as well, so I know what I was doing at what times, because that I definitely forget. I've been at a lot of doctor's appointments lately, and so you can see the month of November here. You can see a week, you can see a day. See? Right, looking tracked. So there we go. The last time I tracked days was November 27th. Tracked 9 hours and 21 minutes. Not bad. I can set goals here. So I have 90-minute intervals. Or what is this? What is it? Oh, okay. So for my Excelsior Events business, I want to work 90 minutes. So that's what I do. Yeah. I also have, it says social media, no more than an hour and a half a day. That kind of thing. This is where I set up the categories. So there we go. Edit. Meditation, affirmations, visualization, color in the icon. Oh wait, sorry. And then my bar chart. There we go. That shows what I did for the week. Last week. The week before that. Okay. Let's find something I do pretty often. Okay. Bar chart. There we go. And settings. I can generate reports, settings, and sync to something or other. Sync. I don't actually need it to sync. But yeah, this is out of all the apps I use the most, and that's why I showed it to you. It's, you know, I have an Android phone, if you can tell, so things are a little bit different. And yeah, that's how I plan and attempt to keep myself productive during using my phone digitally, I mean. So, thank you for listening.